Hey there, YouTube. I am currently at the club, in a bathroom stall. I wanted to try to squeeze in a quick little protein bar review. I've had this bar in my bag for way too long now, and it's so smushed. Like, it's hard to really try to show how smushed it is, but it's like practically completely flattened. Like, you know those fruit bars that you can get sometimes where it's just like a flattened fruit strip? It reminds me of that kind of. Like, it's so old that you can't even really see the label or the date, like where it's supposed to say where it's best by. It's like rubbing off. So normally when I do stuff like this at the club, I try to do it from a private dressing room, but usually that dressing room is locked. So I actually haven't even checked that dressing room tonight. Usually nobody's in the other stall or the other bathroom over there. I thought. It's so loud. I haven't even checked the private dressing room tonight. For all I know, that private dressing room could be unlocked right now, which I'm gonna have to try to remember to check that after I do this video. If that dressing room is unlocked, I'm gonna feel really stupid. Not that I don't already, because I definitely do, as pretty much always, as usual, as always pretty much, but yeah. If that private dressing room is unlocked, it's gonna be really silly for me to have done this in here in the bathroom stall, because this is just a regular bathroom in the club. This is not private at all. Anybody could just walk in through the door while I'm doing this, or like any female, most likely, hopefully just females, but so if I all of a sudden stop talking, that's why. Like if somebody comes in, I'll just shut up finally. You guys can be like, yes, finally. I just want to get this out of the way because I have other protein bars that have been pending, but this one especially, well, the other one, no, actually it's different, because the other ones I want to try to save, like, you know what I mean? Like, I want to have them because they're like yummy, and I know they're yummy because I'm more familiar with those. But yeah, I just try to like make those last and like put them off to save them for like another time, because I don't ever know like when I might need them like in the future. Whereas this one, I just want to get it out of the way because I've already had this for clearly way too long now. And I did just start my period tonight at the club, so I'm kind of like, all right, I get to have a little treat. I get to have this smushed protein. It's not even a protein bar, it's a granola bar, but whatever. I don't care right now. I'm gonna make this into a review anyways. Because the other ones, the actual protein bars are like Cliff bars. They're mostly Cliff bars that are in my locker here at the club. Like those I'm more familiar with. I know that I love Cliff bars. I know that I think they're like yummy and delicious and like satisfying. Whereas this, technically I think I have had this before, this brand or this type of granola bar. Sorry, I know the label reads backwards on the lives, but you can still try to get a little peek there if anyone can read backwards, or reverse the image maybe on your end. I wonder if I can reverse the image on this end. Oh, maybe I can. I see a button actually that looks like it might do it, but I don't dare to touch it right now because I don't want to mess up the stream. Maybe next time I'll try to remember to do that just out of curiosity. But oh my gosh, that would be kind of wild if all this time I've been doing live streams with the image reversed. Whereas, but honestly for me, I actually like the image this way because I think this way is the way that it usually looks when I'm looking in the mirror. So I prefer for it to look how I'm used to it looking when I look in the mirror. But anyways, I am curious just to see if I could flip the image. Anyway, that'll be for another time, if I can remember, hopefully. So Yes, this I'm not that familiar with. I think technically I've had this in the past. However, I can't remember. I know it's probably not going to be great, but just because it's so old. But I'm going to turn this into a review anyways. Try to anyway. I just want to get this out of the way and out of my bag finally. And this is definitely a first, me doing a stream from a bathroom stall in the club. I can't wait to see if anybody comes in. How can I do this? Right. Yummy! It's chocolate. Oh my god. Oh wow. It's worse than I thought instantly. I didn't think it'd be that bad. Or this. But it's still sugary. Do I deserve even this? God. I wish I could see the date on the back of the label where it says Best Buy. I wish I could still read the numbers. Just out of curiosity. So I did 2 videos earlier in the parking lot here. Thankfully, it looks like the second one, the first one got cut short, very short. I originally thought that I only lost the second or the latter 30 minutes of it. It was actually 40 minutes that got cut out. But luckily it looks like the second video that I did posted. So I do have notes because I'm still remembering stuff that I forgot to include in the second one that I was trying to re-say. What was that noise? But wait. It's not so bad. Not as bad as practically everything else. Except Clif Bars. Of course. It does look like the second video posted okay. However, like I just said, I did forget to re-say some of the stuff in the second video. As I probably pretty much always do when I have to try to redo a video when the first one doesn't post properly, which does unfortunately happen pretty often for me. But yeah, I actually already watched that second video back just now earlier at the club, like probably like 20 minutes ago max. I literally just watched that video back. So I want to think that second one posted properly considering I already watched it. Who knows? Ooh. All right, I'm just now actually getting to the chocolatey bits. The first half of this was like pretty much just granola, but the flavor is chocolate chip, I'm pretty sure, so I can see I'm getting into the good parts. Well, it should be the good parts. The better half, we'll see. A little better. Not by much, but slightly chocolatey. Whatever, it's the visual effect too. It looks chocolatey. It looks more chocolatey than it tastes, but as I'm sure a lot of people probably have also realized, the visual effects of things can make a big difference with how things are perceived. Kind of like they say, the sense of smell is very closely related to the smell of taste, or how we perceive the taste of things to be. I feel like visually that probably applies too with stuff like this. My dress is like folded in half right now. Obviously I can't really give this a fair rating considering how old it is. I'm assuming it's past its best by date by now, much like myself. But I relate to food on so many levels, you guys. So hold on. But okay, I will say this. I feel like, especially for how old it is and how smushed it is, it's actually not that bad. The first bite was not great, but it's getting better. It's not that bad. It's pretty good. Should I do a little dance? It's really warm in here right now. The dressing room. There's a dressing room not far at all from this bathroom here in the club. It's on the same second story, the same second level of the club as this room, as this bathroom. That dressing room, even though it's not very far from this room, that room is freezing tonight, as it oftentimes is. Whereas this bathroom right now is very warm. So it's interesting like that. Okay, how do I do this? Oh, almost over finally. I literally never want food to be over unless I'm eating in front of other people. Then I'm like, then it can't be over fast enough. It's like a little life hack for me. All the other times it's over way too soon. Like, never lasts long enough. Okay, I'm gonna throw that part away because I try not to waste food and I try not to waste stuff, but I don't like that my hand touched it in the strip club. Obviously that was just the last little bit, so it's not like, okay, scale of 1 to 10. I don't know. 6? Honestly, even though that was so old and smushed from my bag and stuff, I think it kind of reminds me of how I thought they used to taste from what I can remember. I know I've had those before. It's been a very long time since I've had that, but I'm almost positive I've had that before, because literally though that bar, it comes in a box. They're not sold individually. If you look at the wrapper, you can tell it's not sold individually, and I can remember they're sold in like a box where it's like multiple units of those. So yeah, I've definitely had that before. It's just been a very long time. So, but from what I can remember, I think that's how I remember them tasting. Like, you can pretty much probably imagine how it would taste just by looking at it. I would say a 6 on a scale of 1 to 10, not on a scale of 5. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would say that was a 6. On a scale of 1 to 5, I would say it was a 2.5 or a 3. I wish there was something in between 2.5 and 3, so 2.75. Honestly, I could go with 2.75 or 2.5, right around there. It was great. It was okay. It was decent. I feel slightly better now, kind of. I feel warm though, which is nice. Like I said, the dressing room where I was before this was freezing. It's warm in here though, so that's nice. All right. Well, this is definitely a first for me streaming from this bathroom stall, or from any bathroom stall probably, I'm pretty sure. You guys are currently on the top of a toilet seat, which normally I wouldn't want to put my bag on a toilet seat, but this is my favorite toilet in the club actually. It usually looks pretty clean. Obviously the lid is down. So it's not like you guys are gonna be going for a dunk or a swim. Okay, that's pretty much all I've got for now with that. Short and sweet. Literally, figuratively, but literally as well. That was pretty, you know, that was on the sweeter side, sugary, nice little perk me up, pep me up kind of thing. All right, all right. It didn't fully hit the spot, but it was all right. It was all right. It was decent. Thank you, Lord and Savior, for that life-sustaining snack. Amen. Okay, so that's it for now. We'll see if this posts. And I'm gonna go do other things now. So it's interesting, this video is currently at 17 minutes because out of the 2 videos that I did earlier today, I said that the first one got cut off at 15 minutes. Technically, I think it was more like 16 or 17. Off the top of my head, I'm pretty sure it posted 16 minutes and 22 seconds. I'll have to go back and check that. Oh, and I really have to go check that private dressing room because I can't believe, honestly, I did just start my period shortly before doing this. So normally I would have checked that the private dressing room first before just saying F it and doing the stream from in here. I've been too tired. I was too tired to even bother to do that. Because this bathroom is on the 2nd floor of the club and the private dressing room is on the 1st floor. It's like kind of not far from here, but it feels like it's far from here right now. But also I'm really surprised that nobody came in here because I wouldn't say there's like a small number of dancers here at the club right now. There's definitely, I feel like there's more than 10 other dancers here. And this isn't the most popular bathroom, but dancers definitely come in here like often enough to where I was kind of concerned about that happening during this stream, but apparently it did not. So that's nice. It could have been interesting if they did, but honestly, I would prefer that they didn't, and that is what happened. They did not, so that made it a little bit less stressful for me to try to figure out what to do, like what I would have done with that situation. Like, I'm a very awkward person, in case people can't already tell. I'm very awkward myself, but I also feel very, I get that awkward feeling of just like doing simple things, like simple everyday things that people do. Like when I'm doing something around other people, I just always feel very awkward. Unless I'm like very openly and actively performing or putting on a performance for them, like on stage. Because on stage, it's like open and obvious that I'm supposed to be performing. Whereas like in real life or like other regular times, I feel like that still applies where like people have to like mask and like put on a performance to an extent, like act a certain way, be a certain way, or try to be, but it's not as open, or it's not as like obvious maybe, or just not as fun, because I actually have fun on stage and like, but most of regular real life just feels pretty fake and forced and just annoying to me. But I love being on stage though. However, tonight it's not really that great of a stage night for me because yeah, I'm not feeling too great. But at least it's warm in here, so just try to focus on the positive. I'm gonna sign off for now. This is 20 minutes, so 20 minutes is actually a very short video for me. Yeah, definitely on the shorter side for me with things on here. So anyways, hope you guys are well. And honestly, so since I just started my period and we are supposed to get snow here where I am tomorrow, I'm a little worried as to whether I'm gonna be able to force myself to come back out tomorrow and like come into the club and go to work and all of that crap, like do a video like I would normally try to do. Wednesdays are usually like more of a maybe for me these days with like coming into the club and stuff like that. And yeah, with the snow and my period, I'm not too sure how that's gonna go.